Hello there, it's nice to see you. Today's word is Schiehallion. Probably means nothing to you. Well, Schiehallion is a mountain in Scotland near Perth. And I was up in that neck of the woods on holiday and I decided that I was going to go up this mountain. I'd already been up two others whilst I was up there. And this time I was going to go on my own without a guide, as the first time I'd been up a Munro on my own. And there was a certain lesson in this that I realised later. I got there late, it was a wet day, it had given the weather time to clear, I'd read the reports and the weather was not going to be good. But got there at about 11 o'clock and the weather was clearing. So I thought, right, I'll give this a go. It looked okay, it didn't look dry, but it didn't look wet, but it was clearing, the top was in the clouds. So off I went. And for those of you who don't know it, it's a well-made path going up, but on the very top you have a boulder field. And as you walk into the cloud, it gets more and more misty, effectively. By the time I got to the top, it was raining. I'd got full waterproof gear on. And it was coming down some. So much so that I could barely see 3 or 4 steps in front of me. But I kept working my way through this boulder field, and it is a really serious boulder field, this one. And the more I got onto it, the more I got through it, I was sort of thinking, well, I'm looking for a cairn, but I don't know which one. I'm looking for a cairn, but I don't know where it is. And where we are at the minute, I can't actually see that much. How much of this do I actually need to do to be safe, and at what point do you stop and turn around? And as I was doing this, I came across somebody else who was doing the same as I was. She was trying to work her way across this boulder field to a cairn she couldn't find, and we were busy sort of working our way through this together. We teamed up, we were going together. We didn't know the cairn we were looking for. And I was sort of thinking, well, I need to think about turning around here and going back. This isn't going well. So, as I was thinking about this, suddenly we saw another couple coming through the mist, through the rain, and they knew where they were going. And then the 4 of us went on, probably another half a kilometre across this boulder field to find this cairn. That was absolutely tiny. When I say tiny, it was about that sort of height. I'd have never found it on my own. I didn't even know what I was looking for, and I'm sure that Patricia, who I was with, she wouldn't have found it either. So the 4 of us got there together, unexpectedly. We didn't know each other at all. We'd only met on the mountain, and as we then sort of departed, we all went in our separate directions back down the mountain. And the thing that struck me was how you can set off with one plan. Set off and sort of think, well, I can do this, I've researched it, I've looked at all the detail, and I think I can get there. But as you go along and encounter problems, actually bring in other people. Bring in people you don't know. And then, when you exhaust your ideas together, and somebody else comes along, form a bigger group and progress. And in that way, although I was on holiday, although it was just a leisure activity, going up this 3,000-foot mountain, it actually became an exercise in teamwork for what was probably no more than 40 minutes. Anyway, always be prepared to change, always think anew, and in the world that I work in, it is all about teamwork with other creatives who you may only ever see once. Bye-bye.